fall sports than with women's soccer. It's the home opener for the Nighthawks as they look to start their season 2-0 in front of their home crowd as they welcome the Lions from Emmanuel University, eager to snag their first win of the regular season. We are so glad you've all decided to join us today. Robert E. Clemente here alongside the rest of the Nighthawk Sports Network team. The Nighthawks opened their season with a thriller on the road this past Thursday in a 1-0 win against the back-to-back Conference Carolina champion UNC Pembroke, avenging their 1-0 loss in their regular season opener against the Braves last season. In a defensive battle, it was none other than our own Bailey Vessel, who scored her first goal of her collegiate career, finding the back of the net in the 37th minute to give the Nighthawks the win. This is the first time since 2020 that the Nighthawks have opened up their regular season with a W. It must feel good for Coach Ralton and the Nighthawks to get their season started on a high note. We mentioned the Conference Carolinas earlier. Emmanuel, coming over from the Conference Carolinas, trying to shake off a 7-0 loss to Lander this past Thursday. It was a less than ideal start for Coach Alex Latorre in his head coaching debut for the program. But getting those first game jitters out of the way, they can put that loss behind them because we've seen Emmanuel over the past few seasons. They are a better team than what they showed on Thursday. And as Ted Lasso says, be a goldfish. And the Lions are certainly looking to be goldfish today as they look forward and try to earn their first win of the season. But not if Bailey Vessel and the Nighthawks have something to say about that as they look to start their season 2-0 and secure a win in front of the Nighthawk faithful in their home opener. We will step aside for the national anthem and starting lineups. When we return, it's North Georgia versus Emmanuel, Nighthawks versus Lions, coming your way on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Considering a career change? Ready to lead in healthcare? Be a nurse in 15 months with our accelerated Bachelor's of Nursing track. Learn more at ung.edu/ABSN.
I'm here!
You've got a lot of reasons to be here.
I'm here.
That's why we're here at Georgia Heart Institute, where advanced heart attack treatment protocols are saving more hearts than anywhere else in the state. That's why we're here.
I'm here.
So you'll always be there. The future of heart care, we're leading Georgia there. Georgia Heart Institute.
Northeast Georgia Health System is a proud supporter of North Georgia Nighthawk Athletics.
It's a beautiful day for soccer here at Lynn Cottrell Park, just a stone's throw away from historic downtown Dahlonega. We are ready to get things going in this Division II women's soccer matchup between North Georgia and Emmanuel. Here's what the starting lineups look like today for both squads. In goal for the Lions is number 97, the junior Julia Sturmisdottir. On the back line, it's Drew Renner, Amelia Dingwall, and Kyla Williams. At midfield, it's Abigail Moss, Janya Gonzalez, and Kaylee O'Quinn, Lourdes Tompkins, and Reagan Hill. And at the forward position, it's Haley Murphy and Shania Wedge-Send. Next for North Georgia, holding it down in goal, it's the junior Sierra Fowler. That back line looks like Bailey Vessel, Elise Baresi, Kat Watry, and Michael Fruits. And at midfield, it's Alex Clark, Adelaide Wheeler, Maysoon El-Shami, and Darby Olive. And at the forwards, it's Katie Durkay and Megan O'Brien for this afternoon's game. North Georgia in their black uniforms for today's contest. Emmanuel in their white uniforms today. You see Emmanuel on the left, North Georgia on the right on your screen. We are ready to get things rolling here at Lynn Cottrell Park. It's a gorgeous day for soccer here in Dahlonega. Temperature is 85 degrees. A nice sunny day here in the North Georgia mountains. The Nighthawks are looking to build off of their success from last season after finishing 10-5-3, their second consecutive 10-win season. Led by the senior Maysoon El-Shami, who's an anchor in the midfield for North Georgia, scoring 4 goals and adding 6 assists to her impressive season. And that impressive outing earned El-Shami a spot on the Peach Ball Conference preseason all-conference team. And we are underway here in Dahlonega. Time is 4:05. Nighthawks with possession. And now this team goes into this season looking a bit different, most notably without North Georgia women's soccer star Abby Crane after she wrapped up her senior season last year, finishing 5th in the PBC with 10 goals. 4 of those goals being game winners. And with Abby finishing up her collegiate soccer career, someone needs to step in to fill that veteran leadership role, and I think that El-Shami is just the right player to fill that void. And the Nighthawks are forced back here out to midfield. And that's going to be a throw-in here for the Lions. Right over there in front of their bench. Nighthawks on the attack here. Slowing down the pace a bit, sends this one over to Darby Olive, over there to the left of the box. That one's going back to Fruits. Tries to find El-Shami there. Forces that one out of play. It's going to be a throw-in for North Georgia. Fruits finds Vessel, as we mentioned earlier, was able to get her first collegiate goal in North Georgia's win over UNC Pembroke. Another throw-in for North Georgia. As Fruits again tries to find El-Shami. Nice job there from the Lions defender, not allowing her to get any sort of room. Hard to operate over there in the corner. It's going to be yet again another Nighthawks throw-in. Fruits throws it in to the box. The Lions just boot this one away back to Vessel. We've got a fantastic crowd here at the UNG Soccer Complex for North Georgia's home opener here at Lynn Cottrell Park. Got a packed out bleachers here, and over to the left of us, plenty of fans perched up on the hill over there near the parking lot. And there's plenty to be excited about this year for North Georgia sports across all of our teams here at the university. That ball goes back to Darby Olive. Finds El Shami. And that one's going to be out of play. And it's going to be, I believe, a corner here for North Georgia, and it is. I believe that is Kat Watry over there. Sends this one in, and the header is sent out of bounds. A great play design there from North Georgia. Unfortunately, couldn't get anything going there. And so Sturmisdottir calms her team down a bit here. We saw in game one, Bailey Vessel scored off of a corner. As that ball goes back to Sierra Fowler, who got the start in game one on Thursday evening. And the little chip shot there goes right back to Sturmisdottir. The Nighthawks have done a good job applying pressure here to open up this game. Seen a lot of action over on that left side of the field. But the Lions' back line has stood strong so far here in these first 6 minutes. North Georgia so far has had one good look on goal. As they work around midfield. Nighthawks in position here. And that's going to be offsides there, our first offsides call of the day. So it's going to be a free kick here for the Lions. I better do Bryan Properties. Bryan Properties, a commercial real estate brokerage firm that specializes in commercial real estate along the Georgia 400 corridor, is a proud sponsor of North Georgia Athletics. And North Georgia's on the attack here. Gets it into the box, and it looks like there's a lot of action going on there. Bodies flying. Megan O'Brien on the ground. No call there. So the Nighthawks will work with their back line. Fruits with possession. Another good opportunity for North Georgia here. Again, the Lions' back line standing strong. Couldn't make a play on it there. Again, North Georgia's back line slowing down the pace a bit. As the Lions up their aggression. We mentioned Abby Crane earlier. She has since moved on to a graduate assistant position here with the UNG Athletic Department. She finished her distinguished collegiate career with 22 goals and 13 assists, and that's going to be another offsides call on the Nighthawks. Right idea there from El Shami and Olive. Fortunately, that pass was just a bit too far in front of Olive. Was able to get in front of the defender. So it's going to be Emmanuel's possession here. As we were mentioning, Abby Crane, she finished her collegiate career with 22 goals, 13 assists, and a multiple-time member of the All-Conference, All-Academic, and All-Tournament teams. We're looking forward to seeing her continue to succeed off the field in her new position as a graduate assistant. Again, a lot of action going on this left side. North Georgia amping up the aggression. El Shami and Fruits playing a bit of back and forth. Nice move there from El Shami. Gets around a few defenders. That was almost a highlight play from El Shami. She was able to find her teammate there. Couldn't get anything going. Alex Clark was in the area. As that ball soars out of play. Deflects off a Nighthawk for a Lions throw-in. Again, there's Alex Clark applying the pressure. In the 2023 Peach Belt Conference Women's Soccer Preview, North Georgia was projected to finish third in the conference. Columbus State was the preseason favorites, earning every available first-place vote after securing their second straight PBC regular season championship and punching their ticket to the NCAA Final Four last season. Columbus State also comes into this season ranked third in the nation for Division II women's soccer, but there may be some shakeups at the top after the Cougars dropped their season opener to the 10th-ranked team in the nation, Embry-Riddle, 2-0. So depending on how this weekend's slate of games finish out, we could see North Georgia climb into the top spot in the Peach Belt Conference rankings if they're able to start their season 2-0. Fruits has some space to work with here. Gets it in to the box. Olive and El Shami chasing it down. El Shami comes up with it, sends it across the box and into the goal, and the Nighthawks strike first in this game. They take an early 1-0 lead over the Lions here in this game. That was a great cross into El Shami, and the Nighthawks strike blood first here at Lynn Cottrell. Getting the party started here in their home opener. And that's going to be Katie Durkay who gets the goal there for North Georgia. Her first of the season. North Georgia's second here in the 2023-2024 season. El Shami will be credited with the assist. El Shami, one of the leaders in the Peach Belt Conference in assists last season. We should expect to see more of the same from her this year.
The assist is accredited to number 10, Maysoon El Shami. The new score here at the UNG field at Lynn Cottrell Park is North Georgia 1, Emmanuel 0.
So now the Nighthawks have some breathing room. The Lions up against a bit of a wall here early. And that's got to feel good for North Georgia, taking an early lead on the Lions here in this one. We saw the Lions let up 7 goals in their season opener back on Thursday night. Definitely can't afford a repeat performance from the Lions if they want to stay in this one. head coach for the Lions, Alex Latorre, is in his first season as the head coach for this program after coming over from the University of Alabama at Montgomery, where he was the associate head coach last season. He also spent several years at York College, about 15 hours west in Nebraska, where he served as the head coach of both the men's and the women's soccer programs. As the Nighthawks are forced back to midfield. Fruits sends it off to Vessel. Vessel tries to find Megan O'Brien over there. Wheeler tries sending into the box. The Lions defense is there. Another send in from the Nighthawks, but that's going to be collected by the Lions goalkeeper. As Sturmisdottir looks to regroup. Lions trying to take possession. But this North Georgia back line was one of the highlights for them last season. We should expect to see more from that back line this season. Highlighted by Bailey Vessel, as we mentioned earlier. One of the anchors for this Nighthawks defense. Olive has it taken away. Watry with possession. A great pass off to Elshami. She tries sending it in. That's deflected off of a Lions defender there. Good look there from Elshami. What a great job by that Lions defense to step in front of that shot there from Elshami. Watry again to Elshami. Deflects, goes back to Wheeler, who sends it in, but that's going to the left of the goal. A great look there from Wheeler. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get anything going there. That one soars to the left of the goal. As Sturmisdottir rolls this one to her back line. Elshami, great pass over there, and that soars into the back of the net. Another goal for North Georgia here in this first half, and they're on a tear to open up this home opener. That was a great play design there from the Nighthawks. O'Brien crossed it in. And we'll have the goal for you here in just a moment. But the Nighthawks are pouring it on here in this first half. And that goal is going to be from O'Brien.
North Georgia goal by number 11, Megan O'Brien. The new score here at the UNG Soccer.
So it's now quickly 2-0 here at Lynn Cottrell Park. And the Nighthawks off to a strong start here in this game. And that's what's difficult for this Lions defense. You can't give North Georgia too much space there when they're on the attack. They're going to make you pay. Sound goes back to Olive. Olive sends this one in. Elshami is there, collects, and that one's going to be collected by Emmanuel's goalkeeper, Sturmis' daughter. Would have been another great play from North Georgia. That ball stayed on the ground. Had El Shami been able to get some air underneath that one, it would have been 3-0 here with 27 minutes still remaining in this first half. So that's soaring out of play for a Nighthawks throw-in. Watry is going to work quickly here as she throws this one into the box. And that one's sent in. Nobody home for the Nighthawks. Wheeler was over there. So it's going to be a throw-in here for Emmanuel. North Georgia goes into their 2023 campaign with head coach Kaylee Ralton at the helm. In her third full season as head coach, ever since she's been promoted from her title as interim head coach back in 2021, she's compiled a very respectable record of 28-14-4, including leading the Nighthawks to their third straight appearance in the NCAA Division II tournament, the first coach in program history to earn a national tournament bid in their first 2 seasons. Great touch there from Derkay. That one's rolling out of bounds for a throw-in, and we're going to have some substitutions here from both squads. We'll have those substitutions for you here in just a moment. We have Angie Garcia stepping on for North Georgia. So some early substitutions here in the home opener for both teams. If North Georgia is able to cushion their lead a bit, we may see Coach Ralton go a little deeper into her bench. And now on for the Nighthawks is also number 23, Natalie McGuire. As Darby sends this one back to Vessel. And the Nighthawks are pushed back to midfield. Bracy with possession here. That one goes back to Bracy. Well, Shami is there. Couldn't get anything going. She was swarmed by 3 Lions defenders there. So the Nighthawks will try to work again with Fruits, who sends this one in. Just misses that top left corner. And that would have got the crowd here at Lynn Cottrell fired up. But the Lions can take a breath. And it looks like the Nighthawks are going to have another substitution here with number 7, Nikki Gomez, stepping on to the field.
Stepping on for North Georgia, number 7, Nikki Gomez. Number 23, Natalie McGuire. And number 26, Alexa Arnoff.
Alexa Arnoff stepping on for North Georgia. And Sierra Fowler collects there. Fowler hasn't seen too much action in this game. As that ball goes back to Fruits. Great header attempt there from Watry. Just misses it. And we mentioned Sierra Fowler. North Georgia last season finished with 8 shutouts due in large part to Sierra Fowler, as well as Faith bullied Margot Perry and Sierra Duff, who all returned to North Georgia, holding it down in goal for the Nighthawks. And now we get to see some action on the right side of the field here. Lions looking to be aggressive. O'Quinn tries passing it off there. That's going to be a throw-in for North Georgia. I'm going to do River City Bank. River City Bank is a proud partner of North Georgia Athletics. Their personal banking products were designed with your unique needs in mind and proudly serve the Rome, Blairsville, and Dawsonville communities. It's going to be another corner here for North Georgia. They decide not to send this one in. Goes to Watry, who does send this one in. Couldn't find anybody there. Vessel was in the area. The Lions did a good job swarming there, preventing North Georgia from capitalizing. Just over 20 minutes left here in this first half. North Georgia with a 2-0 lead. Lions take over here. They send this one right back to midfield and out of play for a North Georgia throw-in. Going to be right in front of their bench. As assistant coach J.P. Merlette collects there. Great ball movement there from Fruits to El-Shami and to Gomez. Rolls out of bounds for a Nighthawk throw-in. Looks like Fruits is going to be one of the go-tos today for throw-ins. North Georgia has also been a very disciplined team. Just 5 yellow cards last season, no red cards. You rarely see the Nighthawks get too heated. They always seem to keep their composure. Emmanuel, a very disciplined team as well, with the women's soccer team earning the Conference Carolinas Fall Team Messick Sportsmanship Award last season. As the Nighthawks send this one in, that would have been a Sports Center top 10 play there if the Nighthawks were able to execute that one. Natalie McGuire and her attempt at a bicycle looked like there. And we mentioned earlier, we have a great crowd here at Lynn Cottrell Park. Some of the UNG men's soccer team is in attendance for today's game.
Number 17, Vanessa Worrell.
Good ball movement here from North Georgia. A little chip there from El-Shami to Watry. That one's deflected off the foot of a Lions defender, and they just head this one out of bounds. Another Nighthawks throw in. Trying to find McGuire, and that one's rolling right over to Sturmis' daughter. She rolls this one out to her back line. It's taken over by the Nighthawks. Good move there from El Shami. That's going to be deflected off the Lions for a corner for North Georgia. Looks like we're going to have even more substitutions here in this first half before we can get that corner. Looks like Watry is going to step off, as well as Clark. So we mentioned earlier we see a lot of substitutions possibly in this game for North Georgia. And that has been just that. Coach Ralton going deep into her bench. Lots of players may see the field today. And Sullins and Garcia have stepped on for North Georgia.
Sullins and number 21, Angie Garcia.
As the Nighthawks work this one back to Sierra Fowler. And that one's going to roll out of bounds for a throw-in for the Lions. Over there on the far left side of the field. Over in North Georgia men's soccer, they return to Dahlonega for their home opener on Tuesday against Erskine as they try to shake off a 6-1 loss to West Alabama on the road yesterday afternoon. The Nighthawks' lone goal coming from Daniel Romero, his first in a North Georgia uniform. North Georgia has dropped their first two games of the regular season, but they're looking to flip the script on Tuesday and get their first win of the season back here in Dahlonega. And it looks like it's going to be another corner here for North Georgia. I believe that's their fourth already in this one. Arnoff to take the corner. As Arnoff sends this one in, and the header there is no good. Again, trying to find Vessel. As we mentioned before, Bailey Vessel was able to score off of a corner in Game 1 on Thursday. And El Shami, Gomez, and McGuire trying to work over on that left side. Great move from Gomez, who sends this one in. And the header is just off there from the Nighthawks. They've had some great looks here in this first half. They were unable to capitalize there. And the Lions can hold their breath for a moment. And Sullins had a decent look there on goal. We've seen a lot of back and forth action today between El Shami and Fruits. And right on cue, El Shami to Fruits. Trying to find Garcia. Gomez is there, sends this one in to the box, and that's going to be collected by Sturmisdottir. Sturmisdottir has had her work cut out for her in this one. She's added a few saves today to her total this season. Fortunately, she's just seen 2 shots go past her in goal. And a great pass there. Unfortunately, soaring out of bounds for North Georgia. Right idea. But it's going to be a goal kick for Sturmisdottir. Sturmisdottir with 3 saves already today. Just over 11 minutes left here in this first half of play. North Georgia still with a 2-0 lead. Right idea there with that ball soaring out of bounds for a Nighthawks throw-in. And we mentioned earlier, North Georgia and Emmanuel being very disciplined teams coming into this game. There's yet to be a foul called in this one. As the Nighthawks work back in their midfield vessel. Fruits off to Gomez. Gomez trying to find an opening as she works her way along the line, and that one's going. Looked like it almost went and found the back of the net. And that was a close call there by the Lions as they hold their breath. That was almost a 3-0 game here in the first half. North Georgia looks to continue to be aggressive as this one is sent into the back of the net. And the Nighthawks strike again in this one. What a shot there from Garcia. She strikes gold in the Gold City of Dahlonega and puts the Nighthawks up 3-0 here in the first half. And that was a great shot there from Garcia. Decided to test her luck, send it in, and she was able to get that one past Sturmisdottir. And the Lions up against an even bigger wall here. They've got some regrouping to do when they go into the halftime break. It's been all North Georgia here in this first half.
North Georgia goal by number 21, Angie Garcia. The new score here at the UNG soccer field at Lincoln Park is...
And the Nighthawks are on the attack again. Gomez. Pass ahead to McGuire. Just a little too strong. And Sturmisdottir collects. And if you're Coach Ralton, you really couldn't have asked for a better start to this game. Up 3-0 early. And we've still got less than 10 minutes to play here in these first 45 minutes. I'm going to do Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A of Dahlonega is the presenting sponsor of the Nighthawk of the Week Award and a proud partner of North Georgia Athletics. If you're looking for great food nearby, it's Chick-fil-A's pleasure to serve you. And we mentioned earlier, it was North Georgia's back line that was one of the highlights from last season, but you can't count out their attack game either. They are as solid as it comes in the Peach Belt Conference. As that ball bounces around the box. The Lions are just trying to look to get this one out of there. Throw in here for North Georgia. Last season, Emmanuel finished with a 9-8-2 record, their highest win total since 2019. Their season ended at the hands of UNC Pembroke in the second round of the Conference Carolinas Championship. That ball sent in, and a deflection there from Sturmisdottir. I believe that was McGuire who took the shot there. As that ball bounces over the North Georgia bench. Coach Merlette tried to make a play there on the bench. Unfortunately, that one got just past his fingertips. Coach Merlette was promoted to the assistant women's soccer coach this season here at North Georgia. So big congratulations to him. As that ball rolls out of play for a throw-in, and we're going to have some more substitutions here. No subs for North Georgia, just one sub for the Lions. I believe that is Clancy who has stepped on for the Lions. Here to close out this first half. That ball is sent back by Gomez to Vessel.
Stepping on for Emmanuel, number 5, Poppy Clancy.
Nighthawks trying to work some magic there on the right side. Going to be a throw-in after it was deflected off of a Lions player. So that ball goes back to Fruits. Here's McGuire who passes it off. Goes back to McGuire. That one's sent up in the air. Gomez is there. Nighthawks forced back a bit by this Lions defense. A little chip shot there from Arnoff. Couldn't quite execute there, but she's going to have the throw-in. Tries to find El Shami and does. This one is sent into the box. Nobody there, and that one just misses. Again, the top left corner of the goal. Another great look for North Georgia. That one goes just out of play. And again, the Lions are holding their breath. Here, the Nighthawks have had some great looks. A couple of shots just missing that top left corner. That one's taken over by the Nighthawks. Shami is there, finds McGuire. McGuire had a good look at it, but she had the Lions defender right on her tail. Williams was there. A great job to break up that shot from McGuire. If not for Williams, McGuire would have had a one-on-one situation with Sturmsdotter. 3 minutes left here in this first 45 minutes of action. So far, it's been all North Georgia here in this one. And we've seen Fruits involved a lot in the action here offensively for North Georgia, with her work with Gomez and Olive, as well as El Shami and McGuire to close out this first half. I should expect to see her continue to be involved in the second half as well. It's going to be a Lions throw-in. Hill to throw in. And the shot there, again, another good look for North Georgia. Garcia with another shot. Would have been her second goal of the day, but that one skids right past the right crossbar. As Gomez takes over, El Shami trying to find McGuire. This one sent in, nobody home for North Georgia. Expect to see the Lions amp up the aggression here if they want to squeak in a goal before the halftime horn. And a great look there from El Shami, and that's going to be called offsides on North Georgia, their third offsides call of the game. That was a great look there for Garcia. She got just past the defender there. So it's going to be a free kick for the Lions. We also see them play a bit of keep away here from North Georgia. Try to prevent them from squeaking in a last-second goal here before the halftime horn. .20 seconds left here in the first half. North Georgia with one more shot here. Try to extend their lead to 4-0 going into halftime. This one's sent in by Fruits. And the shot soars over the goal. And that's going to be it for your first half. It's been all North Georgia as the Nighthawks find themselves up 3-0 over the Lions. And Emmanuel has got some regrouping to do in the locker room if they want to come out here in this second half and make this a more competitive game. The Nighthawks pouring it on here in their home opener. 3-0 over the Lions. We will step aside for your halftime commercial break. You're watching North Georgia Women's Soccer on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
I'm here.
You've got a lot of reasons to be here. That's why we're here at Georgia Heart Institute, where advanced heart attack treatments save more hearts than anywhere in Georgia.
My baby girl is home.
Georgia Heart Institute.
Since 2007, we've seen an explosion in popularity of superhero movies in the last decade. Rayner argues that superhero films offer an escape from the boredom many of us feel with our lives. We love the epic. We want epic lives. There's a tension you're going to face as you celebrate, walk out of this door, and you go to Monday and you say, what's next? And more importantly, how do I live a superhero life? John Gordon, he's a best-selling author on leadership. This is what he says. There's a myth about success, graduates. I'm going to paraphrase a little bit. One that says it's all about you. But here's the truth. You're not a real success unless you're helping others be successful. That's the greatest self-growth strategy of all time. The more you help others grow and improve, you grow and improve. Focus on others. It's not about you. And you'll find something even greater than success. Graduates, you'll find significance. But remember, in all of this, there's a tension. How do I live a superhero life? Enter the epic by being bold. Your family, your community, our state, and our nation are all counting on you. Graduates, today we celebrate you. We celebrate your hard work. We celebrate your diligence. We celebrate your commitment. And I am so incredibly proud of you.
You can't really get an idea of how another country runs their military till you go abroad.
It was cool to see their outlook on just life in general. To be there as a global ambassador is definitely a life-changing experience.
I participated in the Management College National Defense University Cadet Exchange. That is located in Taipei, Taiwan.
So I participated in study abroad internship in country of Georgia. The program I participated in was the Swiss Summer Mountaineering course. The experience was extremely professional. There were people from different militaries across the world. I was training with soldiers that were once our adversaries. It's fun to notice the importance of diplomatic relations and also civil affairs through the military.
The host school was always really going out of their way to help us get the full cultural experience because we were, in their eyes, only going to be there for 5 months.
They drove us out and we hiked to a glacier. That was unique, especially coming from Tennessee. There's no ice walls to climb. Their native language of Georgian was very difficult. However, at the end, I gave a little speech in Georgian, thanking their academy. It was an eye-opening experience. One thing I learned in Switzerland was to try and enjoy everything that you're doing, no matter how challenging it is.
Being able to see the country of your target language in person and really living day to day can move your passion to continue learning the language that much further.
All the conferences, all the internship, and all the exchange programs will help you as you develop, not just as a soldier, but also as a person. I think everybody in the course should study abroad because it will develop them so much.
If you have a free semester, it's the perfect time to explore a country. There's really not much holding you back in terms of whether or not you should go. It's a great experience.
I got extremely valuable training and just an overall incredible life experience that I wouldn't have gotten going to any other school. And it was the opportunity of a lifetime.
My wife's family is full of medical professionals, including lots of nurses. The more they talk to me about nursing, the more I realize there are so many different opportunities within the field of nursing. You can constantly continue growing, continue learning, which was something that really drew me to it. I was really attracted to the accelerated program at UNG for a couple reasons. One, I heard that UNG, like everything I've heard about UNG's nursing program is incredible. I have a couple friends who have been through it. in recent years and had just spoke very highly of it. Just everything I've seen online spoken about it, it's just a very reputable program. So UNG was already a pretty clear choice for me. And then seeing the opportunity to do an accelerated program, it was kind of a no-brainer. Honestly, I get to graduate earlier, and one of the things that appealed to me the most, actually, was that most of our clinical rotations are at Northeast Georgia Medical Center. I am really thankful for the faculty that are specifically dedicated to the ABSN program here. This faculty, they really want to see us succeed in this program and be the best nurses we can possibly be.
From the moment you know where you are headed, it starts a journey that you will never forget. For those who seek a higher calling, to serve something bigger than themselves and take the path less traveled, UNG awaits to prepare you for your leadership pathway. Once you're here, you will be challenged and developed, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Freshman Recruit Orientation Group, or Frog Week, is the first step of the UNG journey. The commitment, the attitude, the effort, and the resilience take shape as you move forward on a pathway that most will never attempt.
Y'all got 2 minutes to change into OCPs. Time now. Let's go. Move it. Move it. Move it.
It is a process that teaches you about yourself and makes you better than you were yesterday. At times, it can be a struggle, but it's also an investment in yourself. Like life, it can create moments of doubt. You learn about yourself and your strengths and weaknesses. You share this journey with the men and women to your left and right, establishing lifelong bonds with the understanding that nothing worth having ever comes easy. But through adversity, you build strength, determination, and the desire to never quit. Frog Week will establish a foundation to build upon, strengthen you physically and mentally, and start shaping you into the leader you came here to be. For cadets at the University of North Georgia, they take the road less traveled, avoid taking the easy way out, and develop instrumental values that will prepare them for a life of service and leadership. Some people talk about it, others are about it.
Back with you here in Dahlonega for North Georgia's home opener here at Lynn Cottrell Park. North Georgia taking on Emmanuel, and in that first 45 minutes, it was all Nighthawks in that game. In that first half, a couple stats for you here. As we mentioned, it's a 3-0 lead for the Nighthawks over the Lions. The Nighthawks do have 1 assist on the board, courtesy of Maysoon El Shami. And the Nighthawks with a whopping 16 shots already in this game. Lions going to be looking for their first shot of the game here in the final 45. 7 of those shots from North Georgia were on goal. Nighthawks also have 4 corners in this one already as well. Lions do not have a corner yet in this one. No yellow cards in this one, which means no red cards as well for either team. Just 1 foul called in that first half, so it was a very clean first half of soccer here at Lynn Cottrell Park. No fouls on Emmanuel. The Nighthawks were called for a couple of offsides calls in that first half. We saw Darby Olive was offsides once, and I believe Natalie McGuire was as well in that first half. Right idea from the Nighthawks, trying to get that through ball to their attacking team, but unfortunately unable to get anything to go off of those 2 offsides calls, just offsides. And as far as saves go, the Lions have 4 in this one. And 3 goals have gotten past the goalkeeper for the Lions. And number 97, Julia Sturmisdottir. she's definitely had her work cut out for her in this one. As we mentioned, 16 shots for North Georgia. And if you're Kaylee Ralton and North Georgia, all you can do is hope that the Nighthawks keep up that aggression here in the second half. We saw a lot of action there on that left side of the field. Not much going on that right side for the Lions. And as we mentioned earlier, we saw the Lions let up 7 goals to Lander in their season opener back on Thursday evening. And so they've got to put in some extra work here in this second half if they want to get back into this ball game. But so far, it's been all smiles from the Nighthawks bench, finding themselves up 3-0 against the Lions. We'll see if Emmanuel can flip the script when we return, or if North Georgia can get more of the same going in this second half here in their home opener in front of the North Georgia faithful here at Lynn Cottrell Park. We will step aside for a short break. You're watching North Georgia Women's Soccer on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Sorry.
Ready to lead in healthcare? Be a nurse in 15 months with our accelerated Bachelor's of Nursing track. Learn more at ung.edu/ABSN.
I'm here.
You've got a lot of reasons to be here.
I'm here.
That's why we're here at Georgia Heart Institute, where advanced heart attack treatment protocols are saving more hearts than anywhere else in the state. That's why we're here.
I'm here.
So you'll always be there. The future of heart care, we're leading Georgia there. Georgia Heart Institute.
Northeast Georgia Health System is a proud supporter of North Georgia Nighthawk Athletics.
Back with you here in the Gold City of Dahlonega, where it's a 3-0 game between North Georgia and Emmanuel in this Division II women's soccer matchup. And so far, the story of this game has been all North Georgia. We're going to be looking for a repeat performance here in half number 2 in the final 45 minutes. And it looks like the Nighthawks are going to stick with Sierra Fowler in goal. And now on the left side of your screen, As the Lions come out from their huddle to take the field. What the Lions have to do in the second half here is they can't let North Georgia get as much space as they did there in that first half. Any space that you give these attackers for North Georgia, they are going to make you pay. And we are off and rolling here in the second half. Here in the home opener for North Georgia at Lynn Cottrell Park. Looks like Emmanuel's rolling with Sturmsdotter back in goal here in the second half. Shami with possession. She sends this one into the goal, and that's a great save there from Sturmsdotter. And it looks like this second half may be no different as far as Sturmsdotter having her work cut out for her. El Shami getting into the box early. Had a great look there. That one deflects off of Sturmsdotter. She gets the save. Her fifth of the day. Nighthawks working it around here. As that one rolls out of bounds for a goal kick for Sturmsdotter. When you look at the previous matchups between these two teams, it's been fairly one-sided. The Nighthawks hold a 6-0 record against the Lions. Last season, the Nighthawks secured a 3-0 win on the road against the Lions, highlighted by a two-goal outing from Abby Crane and a nail-in-the-coffin goal from Megan Dumond in the 51st minute. As Baresi tries to find Watry. That one sent into the box. And not enough on that one, though, as the Lions are able to get on top of that one rather easily. Still got some great weather here in Dahlonega on this Labor Day weekend. This one's almost sent into the box. The Lions are there to collect. Send this one back past midfield. And Fruits is there to pass this one back to Fowler. So the Nighthawks push back into their back line. Watry with possession. And this one just gets past O'Brien. Rolls out of play for another goal kick for the Lions. El Shami with possession now. She tries to work some magic there, finds herself in the box, passes this one back to Fruits. Tries passing it in. This weekend also marks the kickoff of the college football season. There's excitement in the air for the return of college football Saturdays, especially with the defending back-to-back national champions. About an hour and 45 minutes up the road over there in Athens. North Georgia throw in here. Nighthawks continue to be aggressive. Ball stays on the ground as Olive tried to make a play there. It's going to result in a corner for North Georgia. Their 5th of the game, first here in this second half. The corner is sent in. Flex goes back to the corner. El Shami's there. Olive passes this one back to Fruits. And back to Olive. And that's rolling out of play for a goal kick for Sturmisdottir. Sturmisdottir, a junior goalkeeper out of Iceland. Throw in there for the Lions, but that one's almost headed out of bounds by Watry. Olive runs down the left side there, gets it taken away. And again, just like in the first half, North Georgia's testing this Lions back line. And that one's sent into the box. Nobody there for North Georgia. Right idea from O'Brien. Fortunately, there wasn't a Nighthawk in the area, so they'll regroup here. Watry trying to make a move as O'Brien, stumbles. Some back and forth with Olive and Durkay, as this one's deflected and collected by Sturmisdottir. That shot there from Katie Durkay, just off the mark. That's Sturmisdottir's 6th save of the game. Shami sends it into the box. That one's collected easily by Sturmisdottir. And Emmanuel is up the aggression here. Look for some transition attempts. It's going to be a throw-in for North Georgia. They send this one in. Over there in the shade. That one almost rolls out of play. Stays in. Great touch there from Watry. And that one's going to be deflected out of bounds. We're out of play for a corner for North Georgia. They're 6th of the game. We saw them capitalize off of a corner in their first game. Bailey Vessel, the recipient of that corner, was able to find the back of the net to give the Nighthawks their first win of the season. That one's headed away from the Lions defender there. That one's sent in and collected by Sturmisdottir. Another great look for North Georgia. Sturmisdottir collects. I believe that was Bailey Vessel who took the header there. Ten minutes gone here in this second half of play. Score is still 3-0. And nobody's home for North Georgia as Olive sends that ball out of play. Going to be a goal kick here for Sturmisdottir. We mentioned in that first half, North Georgia's men's soccer team returned to Dahlonega for their home opener on Tuesday against Erskine as they try to shake off that 6-1 loss to West Alabama on the road yesterday afternoon. Looking to flip the script, get their first win of the season back here in front of their home crowd. Nighthawks continue to look aggressive. Ball deflects back to El Shami. Chip shot there. And the cross in from Kat Watry, unable to get the ball into the back of the net there. She kicks this one out of play. Another goal kick here for Sturmisdottir. Speaking of North Georgia men's soccer, there's a new face at the head coaching position as Anel Lilich steps in as the interim head coach for the men's soccer program after Dr. Pat Paris stepped down from his head coaching duties after 16 seasons. So that ball is deflected. And Dr. Pat accepts a new role in the public education sector of Forsyth County as Emmanuel makes some substitutions here. Number 22, Madison Nimmons steps on for the first time in this game. Luckily for North Georgia's men's soccer team, Coach Lilich is no stranger to North Georgia. He's been on the bench right next to Dr. Pat the last 2 seasons as an assistant coach. He's been around the program for almost 10 years now, dating back to 2013, when he served as a graduate and volunteer assistant for the men's soccer team for 6 years. And while Dr. Pat will be missed, having Coach Lilich step in, being very familiar with the program and North Georgia's culture, can be a key component to the Nighthawks' success this season. This one sent in. Almost. Another goal there for North Georgia. I believe that was Darby Olive who were there to take the shot. And it looks like both teams are going to make some substitutions here. Looks like Vessel and Watry will step off for North Georgia. And so plenty of Nighthawks are going to see the field here in this game. They can keep their 3-0 cushion. Emma Martin steps on, and that one finds the back of the net. Squeaks just past Sturmisdottir. And the Nighthawks continuing their trend from the first half. A great shot there from the Nighthawks, extending their lead to 4-0 here in this one. I believe that was Wheeler who found the back of the net. They're squeaking that one past Sturmisdottir. And just like that, it's now 4-0 for North Georgia. Their cushion a bit stronger here. Nighthawks absolutely pouring it on in this one. Wheeler delivers there. And it's now 4-0. Nighthawks with a dominant showing here in this home opener. And that assist is going to be credited to Emma Martin, who just stepped onto the field less than a minute ago, and she's already making an impact, finding Wheeler. She gets the assist there. Great takeaway there from Alex Clark. Nighthawks midfield working the ball around here. Baresi with the ball. As McGuire, or Wheeler, excuse me, tries to send that one in. And it looks like there's going to be some more substitutions on North Georgia's side. Looks like Nikki Gomez is going to step on. Another substitution for North Georgia as well. And that's going to be number 19, Olivia Sullins. And this may be the end of the day for El Shami, who steps off. Has had a terrific outing in this one. As this ball soaring out of play near the Lions bench for a Nighthawks throw-in. I'm going to do Jitterbug. Jitterbug Party Rentals, a trusted partner for all of your inflatable and event rental needs, is a proud sponsor of North Georgia Athletics. Their mission is to provide an easy, safe, clean, and professional rental experience to the North Georgia area. Now, it looks like we'll have the first foul called here on North Georgia's side. As Clancy was a bit shaken up there, got up though. Great to see that she's okay. So the clock will continue to roll here. No injury timeout. This Lions back line working the ball around as they make their way up midfield, but that's taken away by Arnoff. Good ball movement here from North Georgia as that deflects off a couple of players and just rolls out of play for a goal kick. And it looks like we're going to have a substitution here in goal for Emmanuel. And so it looks like this is going to be the end of the day for Sturmisdottir. She's got 7 saves on the day. Had her work cut out for her in this one. And so now stepping on is going to be number 40, Ashley Wojcik.
Now goalkeeping for Emmanuel, number 40, Ashley Wojcik.
Wojcik, a freshman goalkeeper out of West Columbia, South Carolina, and Airport High School. If I'm not mistaken, this is Wojcik's first action of the season for the Lions. And it looks like it's going to be a corner here for North Georgia. Arnoff's going to be there to take the corner. As Arnoff sends this one into the box. Ball still on the ground, and that finds the back of the net yet again. The Nighthawks deliver once more in this one. A 5-0 game over the Lions. And it's been all smiles for North Georgia here in their home opener. They're putting on a show here in front of the Nighthawk faithful. And I believe that was Nikki Gomez who found the back of the net. And 5 different Nighthawks here in this game have scored goals. It's been a well-rounded showing from this Nighthawks offense here in this game. And that assist is going to be credited to Darby Olive. Just a fantastic showing from North Georgia in this one.
The assist is credited to number 16, Darby Olive. The new score here at the
So Nikki Gomez gets the goal there.
is North Georgia 5, Emmanuel 0.
A forward out of Canton, Georgia. That's Gomez's 4th goal of her collegiate career here at North Georgia. Her first since the 2021 season. Less than 25 minutes left in this second half of play. It's going to be a goal kick here for the Lions. Great set of moves there from the Nighthawks and Garcia, who had a goal in that first half. As Wojcik and the Nighthawk and the Lions, look to reset here. Looks like we're going to have some more substitutions, including in goal for the Nighthawks. This will be the end of the day for Sierra Fowler, who steps off, and in place for Sierra Fowler it's going to be Faith Bullied, who steps on in goal. Going to try to hold down the fort for the Nighthawks for the rest of this game. Bullied, one of the anchors in goal for North Georgia last season. Sophomore out of Savannah, Georgia, will look to continue to do more of the same this year.
North Georgia 0-0, Faith Bullied.
Bullied stepping out far from her goal here, but as we saw in that first half and much of this second half, North Georgia's been testing that Emmanuel back line. Emmanuel hasn't been able to do the same to North Georgia's back line, unfortunately. So Fowler Didn't see much action here in this game. Maybe we'll see the same for Bullied. Fowler did not have a save or a goal allowed in that first half, and for the first 20 minutes of this second half as well. Like we said, it's been all about North Georgia's back line, preventing the Lions from being aggressive here in this one. Now we see some action on that left side of the field as that one rolls out of play for a goal kick for Faith Bullied. Looks like we've had some more substitutions here for North Georgia. Natalie McGuire stepped back onto the field for North Georgia. As this one is sent into the box, Garcia is there. And the shot is deflected off of a Lions defender. Going to be another corner here for the Nighthawks. Looks like Arnoff is going to take the corner yet again. As Arnoff sends this one in. Bounces on the ground, still alive there in the box, but that one's going to be sent out of play near the Nighthawks bench for a Nighthawks throw-in. We mentioned earlier, senior Bailey Vestal was able to get her first goal of her collegiate career in Thursday's win against UNC Pembroke. And if that name sounds familiar to some of you, it's because she sat right up here in the press box on the mic for broadcasts on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Bailey last season was one of the voices of North Georgia sports, providing color and play-by-play commentary for men's soccer, baseball, and softball. We look forward to having her back on the mic for some men's soccer games this fall as she continues to succeed both on and off the field. 19 minutes left in the second period. Emmanuel is looking for one of the greatest comebacks in program history if they want to get back into this game. Sun is still beaten down here in Dahlonega on this Labor Day weekend, 84 degrees. Not too many clouds in the sky. As Arnoff tries to make a move into the box, ball sent back into the box, and a Lions defender is there. That one bounces back to Olive. Olive and Bracy working back and forth here. Garcia tried to make a move. As Gomez chips this one up. And that one's sent towards the goal, rolls just left. Wasn't able to get enough air underneath that one, so it's going to be a goal kick here for the Lions. And the Lions still in this game have yet to get a shot as this one squeaks right past the goalkeeper. Arnoff delivers, and it's now 6-0. North Georgia running away with this one. That's Alexa Arnoff who squeaked that one past Warzik. And it is a smile on every face here for North Georgia. It's now a 6-0 lead here in this one. What a performance from Kaylee Ralton and her Nighthawks. The Lions looking at a bit of some deja vu here, as we mentioned earlier. Their season opener was a 7-0 loss to PBC team Lander this past Thursday.
Score here at the UNG soccer field at Lincoln Trail Park is North Georgia 6, Emmanuel 0.
And that's now 6 different Nighthawks scoring in this game. Been such an incredible, well-rounded effort from North Georgia. There really isn't one single player that the Lions can focus in on, as any Nighthawk on the field today is going to make you pay if you give them enough space and enough room to operate with. Bracy gets a touch. This one sent into the box, still on the ground. Nice job by the Lions defense getting on top of that one. Pushing back this Nighthawks attack. That one sent into the box, headed out of play by the Lions. Going to be a corner here for North Georgia. Arnoff to take the corner. It's also nothing but smiles here in the stands at Lynn Cottrell Park here at the UNG Soccer Complex. The Nighthawk faithful very pleased with their outing from the women's soccer team. So far, it's been a great start to the season for North Georgia. They're looking to start their season 2-0 before heading into a 4-game road trip. Won't be back here at the UNG Soccer Complex until September 23rd. So the Nighthawks looking to make up for some lost time here at home while they're on the road. Under 15 minutes left here in this game. Nighthawks working around midfield. This one goes to Bracy. And that one's going to be out of play for a goal kick for the Lions. Speaking of the Lions, they're going to make a substitution here. As Nimmons will step off and Harley Murphy will step on for the Lions. Harley Murphy, 5'7" sophomore out of Maine, out of Skowhegan, Maine, and South Effingham High School. Good job by the Lions back line to send this one out of play. And it looks like we're going to have some more substitutions, this time from North Georgia, as Darby Olive will step off. I'll have that substitution for you here in just a moment. I believe that is Chloe Diaz, who has stepped on for North Georgia. Excuse me, that's Alex Clark on. Now on the field for North Georgia. Ball still in the air, still in the box. Rolling out of play. Going to be another Nighthawk corner. That's going to be Clark over there in the far right corner to take the kick. As Clark sends the corner in. Deflected off of the line, stays on the ground, still in the box. And that shot from Garcia is deflected off of the line as it's sent back to midfield and the Nighthawks back line. Ball still in play there. That's going to be a shot there from the Nighthawks. Shot there from Sullins. Going to be another goal kick here for the Lions. Just over 10 minutes left in this one. Nighthawks with a dominant 6-0 lead over Emmanuel. Made the hour-and-a-half trip west from here. Not too far up the road. With men's and women's soccer kicking off the 2023-2024 season for North Georgia Athletics, there is so much to look forward to after an amazing year across all North Georgia teams last year. Just to name a few, women's soccer looks to be in the mix again for a Peach Belt Conference title and punch their ticket back to the NCAA tournament. Men's soccer is looking forward to an exciting season with interim head coach Nell Lilich now at the helm. Women's basketball and the legendary coach Buffy are looking to make another run at the NCAA tournament after establishing themselves as not only one of the best teams in the Peach Belt Conference, but also one of the best Division II women's basketball programs in the country. North Georgia men's basketball looks to build off of their historic season after finishing with their best win percentage in program history and earning their first ever bid at the NCAA tournament. Head coach of the baseball team, Tom Cantrell, returns for his 25th season here at North Georgia, and his first win of the regular season in the spring will be the 1,000th win of his career. UNG head men's golf coach Bryson Worley is coming off back-to-back Peach Belt Conference Coach of the Year awards. Elisa Walter became the first University of North Georgia rifle student athlete to appear in the individual finals at the NCAA Rifle Championships. As it looks like we got a whistle here. Clock will continue to roll as the Lions make a substitution. As Nimmons steps back on for Emmanuel. And of course, your UNG softball team are the 2022-2023 Division II softball national champions for the second time in his career. Head coach Mike Davenport is a national champion as he brings the hardware back to Dahlonega. It was an absolutely incredible year for North Georgia softball, cementing themselves as one of the premier softball programs in the nation. It was just an amazing time being along for the ride on North Georgia's historic season, going all the way to Chattanooga, Tennessee, and crowning themselves as the national champions. And what we just went over is just a small sample of all that North Georgia Athletics was able to accomplish last year. There is just so much to look forward to this upcoming season across all sports here at the University of North Georgia. Just over 7 minutes left in this one. Lions with possession. Looking to be aggressive here. Try to get something going in this one with less than 7 minutes left. That one's sent in to wedge send. Couldn't get anything going there. Nighthawks take over. Gomez working her way on that right side of the field. Gets the ball taken away. Lions working in transition. It's a good transition opportunity for Emmanuel here. Faith Bullied may see some action here in goal for North Georgia. The Lions are able to execute. Nighthawks take over. They're on the run here. Good job by that Lions back line to contain things. I'm going to do range grading. Rains Grading and Hauling, a commercial and residential grading and hauling company located in Dahlonega, is a proud sponsor of North Georgia Athletics. And we'll have a stoppage of time here as the Nighthawks make some substitutions. And the leading team here will get the clock stopped if they make any sorts of substitutions here, I believe under 10 minutes in the second half. Now the clock will continue to roll. That ball rolls over to the corner. And it looks like we'll have a foul called here on the Lions. A little bit of a late challenge. I believe that was going to be, it's a foul called on number 9, Harley Murphy. The Nighthawks have a free kick in dangerous territory. Here we'll see if they can cross this one in and find the back of the net for their 7th goal. Whistle here. Nighthawks trying to work quickly. It looks like referee's having a word with Arnoff. This one is sent into the box. That one's rolling past North Georgia's bench. The Lions will follow this game up with their 3rd consecutive game on the road to open the season, taking on Anderson University on Wednesday at 5 p.m. The Nighthawks will hit the road as well following today's game with a matchup at Lee University on Wednesday at 6 p.m. That will be the first of a 4-game road trip for North Georgia before they finally return home on September 23rd for a PBC matchup against Flagler College. Now I'll have to take a look at the substitutions. But it looks like almost every player on this North Georgia roster, aside from their goalkeepers, has seen some action here in this game as Lions collect there. Easy grab there for Wojcik. After that shot from Emma Martin. So barring a miracle comeback, it looks like North Georgia's going to move to 2-0 on the season. This will be a great momentum boost as they move into their 4-game road trip coming up. But some 6-0 home cooking for them here at Lynn Cottrell Park. Could be just what they need to get them motivated, pick up some wins on the road before they come back here to take on Flagler on September 23rd. Nighthawks in transition here. In the box, tried to squeak one more goal in. That one soars out of bounds. Out of play, a lot of contact there. No call. As we approach 1 minute left here in this game.
One minute remaining.
Going to be a free kick here for the Lions. We've got some questions that have to be answered. 13 goals allowed in their past 2 games. As we mentioned earlier, we've seen Emmanuel over the past few seasons. They are absolutely a better team than what they've showed in their first 2 games of the season as this shot soars out of play. As the clock ticks down, 10 seconds left in this one.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
As this one sent into the box, last second attempt there. Nothing to it, but North Georgia dominates in their home opener. That'll do it. Your final score from Lynn Cottrell Park, 6-0. Nighthawks on top of the Lions. North Georgia now 2-0 on the season. They look to remain perfect with their road matchup against Lee University on Wednesday night. And look at some final stats here in this one for North Georgia and Emmanuel. The Nighthawks had a whopping 27 shots in this game. Emmanuel unable to get a shot off in this one. 15 of those North Georgia shots were on goal. 6 corners for North Georgia as well. No yellow cards or red cards thrown in this game for either side. 3 fouls called on North Georgia compared to none for Emmanuel. A couple offsides calls on North Georgia. 9 saves for the 2 goalkeepers today for Emmanuel. As we mentioned, they had their work cut out for them today, facing 27 shots from this North Georgia attacking team. This is a great momentum booster for North Georgia as they head in to their 4-game road trip coming up this week. We'll be back with you on September 23rd at 1 p.m. when the Nighthawks return home to take on PBC foe Flagler College. On behalf of the Nighthawk Sports Network team, this is Robert DiClemente saying thanks so much for watching. Again, your final score from Dahlonega. Nighthawks win this one 6-0. Until next time, have a great night, everyone.